All right. This right here is why we did that move. Check this out. So we play the War Chief for its blitz cost. It's going to gain us 3 life, which is pretty imperative right now in this particular situation. All right, so now the War Chief sacrifices itself at the end step. The Riveteer's Ascendancy allows us to get back a Predator, and the War Chief's going to spit out a 4/4. So I'd say overall, pretty darn good value. Pretty good value. Vanishing Verse, that's tough. Let's do this though. That way it's still in the graveyard. And we get back whoops. And we get back Junji. I mean, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing here? This is broken. This is broken. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is another ice cold brew. We dive into Riveteer's Ascendancy. So Sacrifice is the name of the game, and let me tell you guys, this deck definitely qualifies as a banger alert because the value and shenanigans this thing provides us is absolutely bonkers. Not kidding. This thing is insane. We're talking about Riveteer's Ascendancy. We're going to dive into just what this thing does in a moment and how this deck works. But as always, if you're new here and you find any value in today's video, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support and grow the channel, and I'd greatly appreciate it. I completely lost my breath on that intro, if you couldn't tell. Let's forget about that. Let's dive in, guys. So Riveteer's Ascendancy, this thing is insane. It is the JUND Ascendancy enchantment. So this thing right here says whenever you sacrifice a creature, what's going to happen is you can go to your graveyard and find something of lesser value to bring back to the field. That is nuts, right? So I mean, it seems a little hard, like in my head at first when I read this card, I was like, that's pretty hard to accomplish, right? Not really. Thanks to our friend Caleb, who's a Marty Mob member here on the channel, part of the membership program here, shouted out in the stream that I should try the Ascendancy with Vivian. Now, Vivian has a +2 mechanic on here where you get to sacrifice a creature, and when you do, you get to bring in a creature with higher mana converted cost into your field. So what's happening here is if we can somehow pull off the Riveteer's Ascendancy and a Vivian on the battlefield, all of our creatures that we sacrifice with Vivian are going to bring in bigger creatures and smaller creatures with the graveyard effect of Ascendancy. So that's the idea of today's deck. Now, how do we do this? We're going to kick things off with some small things that we absolutely want to be sacrificing, like Eye Twitch and Shambling Ghast, obvious choices. So it opens up a sideboard and also ramps us with treasure. We have our turn 2 as Tenacious Underdog. Now we're going to get into why Tenacious Underdog is a really good card in this deck in a moment, but Fatal Grudge is our other 2-drop. Now we elected the Fatal Grudge over the Deadly Dispute in this particular game because I wanted to try it out. I really think you can go either way with it. Obviously, Deadly Dispute is going to give you a lot more value with card draw and treasure generation, but this Fatal Grudge has seemed pretty darn clutch with removing some of our opponent's creatures off the battlefield, especially with Shambling Ghast, because our opponents typically will play something with 1 toughness and follow their turn 2 up with another creature. So you sacrifice your Shambling Ghast, you -1/1 on the first creature, the other creature gets sacrificed, and you draw a card. It is nuts, guys. I absolutely love this combo as a 1/2. Now, Tenacious Underdog, why is it so good? Because of its blitz mechanic. Blitz mechanic, I don't know if you guys know, but at the end of your your end step, this creature will sacrifice itself, which does trigger your Ascendancy, which is pretty sweet. So if we have Ascendancy down and we bring the Underdog in and its blitz cost, it attacks and it draws us a card, and it goes into the graveyard and pulls out back an Eye Twitch or a Shambling Ghast that we've already sacrificed, which is super good value. And then we go to our 3-drops because we want to make sure we curve out. If you guys don't notice, we do want to curve out because we got things that, are bringing in creatures with higher converted mana cost and lower. So we do have to have a really nice curve out here. Our 3rd drop is going to be a Stomper, which is going to allow us to ramp up, which is really nice. And it's a great creature to bring back from the graveyard and whatnot. We've also got Fable, the Mirror Breaker, for some ramp, but this is also going to allow us to discard some cards from our hand into the graveyard, which is helpful, and draw fresh cards. So that works pretty well with this deck as well. We've also got the mechanic of the Kiki Jiki, which is going to make copies of things that do sacrifice at the end step, which can then bring stuff back with the the Riveteer's Ascendancy. As you can tell, the synergies are pretty much flowing at this point. We've also got the Innerstrom Predator. This is going to be our way to basically win the game, get really, really big, make it unstoppable. It goes indestructible every time we sacrifice something. Also bringing back more creatures for you to sacrifice later for it. And then we've got 2 Junji because it's a really great card to sacrifice. It gets so much value when it dies. And when it dies, it triggers one of its 2 mechanics, brings back more creatures, yada yada, so on and so forth. Workshop War Chief, another card that we can blitz in, get some crazy value out of, like gaining life, drawing cards, creating a 4/4, bringing more creatures back from the graveyard. The value is endless, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Burning Rune Demons, 2 Titan of Industries. Both of these curve out really nicely because if we actually get a Burning Rune Demon on the field, sack it with Vivian's +2, we then get a Titan of Industry, and we get to bring back something that's a 5-drop. Ooh, that was a lot to get through, but guys, believe me, the value is absolutely endless. And then our sideboard is as follows: 2 Environmental Sciences, 1 Necrotic Fumes, 1 Basic Conjuration, 1 Containment Breach, Prophecy, and Mascot. But guys, I know you guys are going to enjoy this one. Believe me, it was an absolute banger. This whole week's videos have been phenomenal. We got some seriously cool jank for you guys. We got some really cool decks built. It's going to be a lot of JUND. We have 3 decks already that I've recorded that are all going to be JUND, but you're not going to want to miss them because we have Turgid coming up soon. We have Land Destruction. This week's going to be full of really fun things. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's gameplay footage. We'll meet you back here at the end for some final thoughts. Enjoy. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a JUND sacrifice list for you guys today. This one should be pretty interesting. I'm actually really happy with this one. I believe it was Caleb. I'll give the proper shout outs in the intro who gave the idea on the Ascendancy plays. But man, I'm really excited for this one. This one should be pretty good. Opponent goes first. I think I can keep this because if we could somehow get these into a treasure format and get the Ascendancy down, we'll be good to go. Let's see, we did get the Stomper as well. Yeah, I think oh, there's a red source. Nice. Okay, let's play this for green. Let's get this in there for an attack. We're up against Orzhov, which does mean exile. Exile is really frustrating to deal with, especially if they're running Farewell. I did run into that during playtesting, and that card absolutely destroyed me, which is so annoying. But no, we do get the Fatal Grudge, which is nice, which allows us to draw a card, get a treasure, kill the Giada. All of the good stuff, man. Just pure gasoline right now. Didn't find a second green source, but I do have a treasure, so I can still get the Stomper down if I want to, which can ramp us pretty good. Valkyrie. Oh, another Fatal Grudge. You love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this down first. Let's ramp into our green source here. All right, let's get our red source down here, and then let's go ahead and get rid of the Valkyrie. They might even just scoop here, honestly, on the second turn of the Fatal Grudge coming down, because that is brutal. I don't care who you are, that's brutal. 3, 4, 5 mana down. This will be our 6th if we need it. Ascendancy, I think it's time to come down because we do have 2 1/1s in the yard. Oh, that's not good. That's endless value right there. That is some endless value right there. All right, I think I'm gonna play this as a land. I need to keep my land drops coming. No, nothing we could do here. We need to get the Stomper online, right? We got to put some pressure on them with the Stomper, so we do need to find that last land here. Retribution. I have 2 flyers I can play next turn, which are going to be very good blockers for this. You get the Titan of Industry. Interesting. Titan of Industry. Do we go Titan here and blow up the Retribution? That seems pretty darn good. I think that's pretty darn good. I think the Rhino will do for now. No attacks. Getting back a Shambling Gas, not worth attacking it with the Underdog here. Obviously the Underdog would have its blitz account, cost to come in again, but I don't think that's worth it. I think our life total is pretty important here. And there's the scoop. They have nothing for the Titan of Industry. The fact that it has reach, it just absolutely eats their angels alive. GG. Holy Fatal Grudge. I wasn't sure about that card being in this deck. I thought maybe, you know, Deadly Dispute to get us more value, but holy did we just destroy those Giadas and Valkyrie so easily. This is not good. This is, I guess, a little better. I don't know. If I can find Fatal Grudge, maybe that'd be great. Skip down to Shambling Ghast. I might have to play the Tenacious Underdog for its blitz cost so I can get some more cards. They might make me discard it though. If they do though, that's fine, because then I can still play it for its blitz cost. So they're probably gonna make me give up the JUND. Let's be real. Oh, they're not even gonna transform their Concealing Curtains right away. Most people do. Most people take that transformation ASAP. Ascendancy down. They're giving me a lot of time here to work with, so we'll get the Ascendancy down. Now's a good time to transform their curtains though, and they probably will because they want to attack in and draw a card with their Wedding Announcement. But again, we draw a card off of whatever they take from our hand, which is nice. Hopefully they take the Tenacious Underdog, not thinking clearly. But they're not. They're going to take JUND. Yeah. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. And we get to bring in it early because we get a treasure here. That's beautiful. Beautiful. And now we're gonna go grab ourselves hopefully a Vivian. But if not a Vivian, what else do we want to grab here? Vivian or Fatal maybe? Fatal could be good, but I have a feeling they're gonna put Vivian in the yard though, which is gonna feel really bad, honestly. We want something that's decent in the yard. Tough decision. Tough decision. I actually don't know what I want here. I don't know. I'm gonna go with both of these though, because I have a feeling they would have threw Vivian in the yard, because why wouldn't they? It's a really great card. So let's just go ahead and get some other stuff in the graveyard. It's gonna help our Ascendancy overall. And we can now play the War Chief and get back the Predator, which is insane. An insane combo. Just watch this next turn. You guys will see why that was a better play, I think. All right, this right here is why we did that move. Check this out. So we play the War Chief for its blitz cost. It's gonna gain us 3 life, which is pretty imperative right now in this particular situation. And then the War Chief, when it goes, when it gets through its blitz mechanic, it's going to sacrifice itself, and we can bring back the Predator. So let's get through this whole phase here, and you'll see what I mean. All right, they're gonna block the Burning Rune Demon. They're blocking both. Okay. All right, so now the War Chief sacrifices itself at the end step. The Riveteer's Ascendancy allows us to get back a Predator, and the War Chief's gonna spit out a 4/4. So I'd say overall, pretty darn good value. Pretty good value. Let's go. Let's go. Vanishing Verse, that's tough. Let's do this though. That way it's still in the graveyard. And we get back a ward, or whoops. And we get back JUND. I mean, come on guys, like, what are we doing here? This is broken. This is broken. Oh man, an unstoppable Predator that can just sacrifice anything at a blink of an eye. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Some great cards in the graveyard, man. About to get a Titan of Industry too. JUND can make them discard 2 cards. This is just so good, man. This is so good. Here we go. Little Titan of Industry action. Let's go, baby. We're going to gain 5 life, and we're going to blow up your little artifact here. All right, and this has Menace. This is going to grow. This gets in there too. All right, we're going to put some pressure on now. Gonna put some pressure on our opponent now for sure. You can't block the Junji. Say goodbye to your little Soren. Looking good, man. We're looking good. Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is so good. Oh, I'm so happy with this. Let's go, man. Holy cow. An absolute masterful game that was right there. Let's go, dude. That was fantastic. Let's keep this energy, man. Let's keep this energy. Let's go. Let's get our way up to Mythic, yeah? I get to go first. I get the Shambling Gas with the Grudge. Obviously not the mana to cast the Grudge, but hopefully the Shambling Gas can get us there. Maybe by generating a treasure, or if we can just hopefully just hit a red source off the top, would be great. Sacrifice it when you do search the library for a basic Mountain Forest Plains card. Put it onto the battlefield tapped and shuffle. You gain 1 life. Mountain Forest or Plains? Interesting. Do they all have one of these lands? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Shoot, we're already off to a bad start. Not getting the land drops. Probably should have kept this hand. We knew better than that, but here we are. At least it looks like they're Naya, which means it's gonna be creatures, right? Yep, it's creatures. So if we can get this Fatal Grudge off, I mean, we're gonna be eating them alive, hopefully. Hopefully, man. There's a green source, not what we needed, but you know what? Let's attack with both. They will block one for sure, and I get my treasure, so that'd be nice. I can Fatal Grudge, getting another treasure, killing their rune champion. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that, brother. See you later. And we get a stop, or don't mind if I do. Let's go grab our red source naturally and organically instead of using treasures. There we go. Now the Predator can come in. Hopefully another land though. We can get a Junji in instead in its place because Junji is a boss. So we got 2 Shambling Gas in the yard. Something to just keep in mind. You always got to keep in mind what has been going into your graveyard. Hopefully they play a rune on their land. That'd be amazing. Okay. Another Runeforge champion. Okay. Visitor stays a 1/1. Man, imagine if I fatal grudged on my Shambling Gas and then -1/1 on that and then killed that with the grudge. God, that would have been a nice combo. All right. Unfortunately, we're just missing our land drops. If we win this game, I'll be really shocked, to be honest. We just can't draw a land to save our life right now, so it is what it is. Just giving our opponent way too much time to set up and do their nonsense, which they just now accomplished by getting down their Jukai Naturalist, because now all their runes are free. These are free cards right here, and here comes Exile for the Predator. You love to see that. Yeah, this game's over. It's a shame too, because we had a pretty good hand too. I guess I should have just mulliganed, man. Sometimes I have a really hard time mulligan, hitting a mulligan. I just gotta sit here and wait for them to put all these free runes on their creatures and pay no mana for them. There you go. Keep going. I mean, just do it. Just send them all. We know how this goes. There's no reason to slow roll it. You got another one, clearly. Throw it down. There you go. You're figuring it out. God, these rune decks. These rune decks are the new bane of my existence, man. Such a thorn in my side. I can't stand these decks. They're so boring. Another rune. There you go. I can't find one land, but you got yourself 5 runes already. That's pretty sweet. All right. And our top deck is not good enough. GG! It is what it is. Like I said, I'm pretty shocked that we made it that far, to be honest. They were off to a slow start, which was the only reason we were even in that game, but good stuff. All right, hopefully the mana base can treat us a little bit better than that. Hopefully we get a little bit better of a mana situation here. All right, we get to go first with an eye twitch, tenacious underdog. I mean, the mana still isn't great. There we go, it's better. I'm gonna go Shambly Ghast here. I'm gonna go old Shambly. Shambly over the eye twitch. The treasures have been really good for me, especially getting into things like Burning Rune Demon early. Let's see if we can find maybe a Fatal Grudge, but opponents running blue-red, probably not gonna see a whole lot of creatures, maybe? I don't know. Grixis? Grixis. Love to see that off the top. That's really nice. Probably should have attacked there first just in case to see if they had any interaction, but Stomper does stick. For the red, it looks like we might need 2 green, 2 red, 2 black. Perfect. All right, we're ramping up. We're looking good. We can drop the Tenacious Underdog for its blitz cost, potentially drawing another card here. And they scoop. Okay, well, they didn't have any luck with their mana apparently the way we did last game, so I guess we got that one back pretty quick. All right, that feels bad for our opponents, but I mean, we just kind of were there, so I guess it's just ebbs and flows, right? Ebbs and flows. Come on, game. What are we doing? Yikes. Yikes, bruh. What is happening right now? We got plenty of mana, right? I think I have plenty of mana. No thanks right now. All right, let's go here. I think I'm gonna play the Shambling Ghast over the Tenacious Underdog. I need value, man. I need value. Play with fire to the face. Couldn't have done that to the Shambling Ghast or the eye twitch. Come on, man. Come on, man. You gonna let me beat you down? Man, if I find a green source right off the top here, off the rip, that'd be so nice. And it's a spike field hazard, which means we don't even get the trigger off of the eye twitch's ability. That's tough. That's tough. What are with these hands though that we're starting with, man? It's crazy. Sees the spoils, okay. Drops the Crawling Barrens. Could be important for their game plan, I would imagine. Alright, need one more land here to get down the Predator, and we can actually start cooking pretty good here. Because Predator is going to gain its indestructibility pretty much every turn from here on out, I would imagine. Dual Strike? I don't like that. I don't like that. Maybe it sees the spoils again. It is, okay. I guess that's fine. Mono red burn with just spells, huh? Alright, Predator's coming down. And I love the Predator here because I can sacrifice things at whim, including the Shambling Ghast to get a treasure, which is really good. And then we can use that treasure to create green for the Ascendancy if we need. We'll see. Hopefully they start throwing some burn spells right at the Predator. All right, they're going to copy again. They copy Invoke Calamity. Okay, that's not good. That could create for some nonsense for sure. Are they going graveyard or are they going their hand? Graveyard's not terrible. Okay, they're going to seize the spoils. Still looking for some nonsense. They're struggling to find whatever they want. I don't know what the heck they're trying to do here. I haven't seen any, like, no offense, but any like real threatening cards in their deck at all. So why did they get a double Season of Spoils though? Because they doubled the Calamity. That shouldn't have doubled the Season of Spoils though. Am I crazy? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, they get two spells up to 6. Got it. They didn't double it. They played 2 Season of Spoils. Got it. Got it. Okay, play with fire in the face. And then they're going to burn down the house to try to kill my critters. Got it. Okay. Unfortunately for them, they're not going to be able to kill us. Create a treasure, gain indestructibility. And I will exile you, I guess. Copy spells. Get rid of that. All right, we got the Ascendancy now, which is helpful, but not like amazing. Okay, there we go. Now I feel a lot better. Feel a lot better because now the Predator is protected. Dual strike. Just basically take everything out of their graveyard that they can cast with the Calamity. I forgot how the Calamity worked. I forgot it was up to 6 mana. It's been a while since I played that card. So that double Season of Spoils kind of threw me off. Forgot. It's been a while, Mr. Calamity, but you are a cool card, man. Really cool card. All right. They dual strike again. What's the play though? Big score. It's like their deck has infinite ways to sift through their, like, get their cards that they need, but there's no cards that actually do anything except for a handful of, you know, play with fires. I don't know, there might be some bangers in here. I just haven't seen them yet, but we'll see. All we got to do is survive with 16 life, and they got 5 mana. And then we pretty much win the game because Predator's indestructible basically at instant speed, and they only work with burn spells. So yeah, they're in trouble. They were in trouble for sure. I truly believe that we were a really bad matchup for them. Even though we even had like horrible land drops again, they were kind of screwed based on the matchup alone. We get to go first. Definitely keepable. If we can find another green source too, that would be flames. So we can get down to Stomper, extra land. Orzhov always scares me, man. This is an exiling matchup, and exile is not what we want to see. All right, well, they are more of a sacrifice type of Orzhov. That's kind of good for us. Broker's Ascendancy seems like a good idea. Kind of get some insurance going here. I might choose to make some blocks here. I might choose to make some blocks so we can go to our sideboard and maybe get some card draw, like Prophecy maybe. That could be good, or even basic Conjuration could be nice. We'll see. They do attack. Interesting. They are gonna treasure up really hard here, which is, it's a lot of ramp for sure. Meat Hook Massacre comes to mind here. I think I'm just gonna go draw a card. I don't know if I necessarily want to get a creature. I might want to grab something else. That's nice though. That's helpful. That's helpful. It does get down our Stomper. Our Stomper gets us more mana to ramp with, and we can get going, man. This is good stuff. Twitch is still getting some damage in there too, so they're down to 18. Obviously the treasures is a bit of a problem because they're probably going to get down to Lulth this turn. That's been a really big problem of mine too, is dealing with Lulth. It's Abzan. Wow, okay. Okay, I got I got something in the sideboard for that. And the card here for that as well. Let's go dig something up here. Another Stomper could be interesting. But I can't cast it right this minute, so let's just not take it. Another land. That puts our Stomper in attack mode. I play Stomper in attack mode. I twitch in defense mode. Down to 17. And I'm just waiting for that nasty meat hook massacre, you know what I'm saying? All right, I twitch goes to the sideboard again and gets us even more value. We're gonna go ahead and grab, I think, Containment Breach. Blowing up that wedding announcement seems like a good idea. That way we don't have to use up the Titan's ability for that. Then again, I could play the Titan now, which would offer more value right this second. Containment Breach into the Shambling Gas though, like maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Let's attack in first. Vanishing Verse, ouch. Thank God we got that out of the way with not casting the Titan. I think I'm gonna go to the Titan here. There's always a chance that they're gonna play another wedding announcement. We might get more value with this. Also, I could always throw it away with the eye twitches mechanic of you know, discarding and drawing instead of going to the sideboard again. Sideboard, I think we're running a little bit out of juice. I mean, these two cards could be pretty fire, but depopulate, ouch. I was afraid of exile, so I didn't even worry about the shield counter. You know, let's go with Conjuration. Let's go with Conjuration. We have so much mana here now. Let's do it. That's not bad. That's not bad, ladies and gentlemen. Not bad, not bad.
Hunt is only beginning.
We did throw away an Ascendancy and Fatal Grudge, which is not ideal, but we have 3 eye twitches and a Titan in the yard. We need to get more creatures in the yard. We need more nonsense. I don't want to sack the Predator. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the basic Conjuration here again, and we're gonna have to find something. No, really? Orzhov with that much mana couldn't find a Meat Hook Massacre or something? That's crazy. Man, we were just about to start getting to the fun stuff. Conjuration, hopefully finding a critter for us, and then we sack it with Vivian to get something even bigger, filling up the graveyard. I was just about to get good, man. It was just about to get good. Man, all of our opponents love to like take all the fun out of things, huh? When we're playing against, when we're doing stuff that's pretty creative, they're just like, nah, concede. I ain't got time for that. This is the best kind of start we can have. A 1-drop with the Fatal Grudge and the mana to cast all of it. It's the best thing we could ask for. That's also amazing for us. We might blow them out here on turn 2. Again, because the Ascending Pack Leader has 1 toughness. Fatal Grudge can hit their Werewolf Pack Leader. Or the Ranger class Wolf. This is good. This is really good. This is really, really good. Both critters are gone. We draw a card. That's a 2-for-1 special right there. 2-for-1 special, and we draw a card. That is the best start you can ask for, man. Literally the best start. Eye Twitch comes down, Predator comes down next turn, and I don't think anything's going to be able to outscale the Predator over time. I mean, they might. They're mono green. What am I saying? That they could definitely outscale the Predator over time. They just really focusing though on their Ranger class. Interesting. But now that it's there and it's fully, you know, decked out, we're in trouble because they can play off the top of their deck now, which could provide endless value at some points. Shoot, we need 1 more mana, unfortunately, to cast any of these 3. I mean, we got one heck of a situation building in the hand, but we need mana really bad on the next turn to cast. I don't know what mono green's doing. 4 cards in hand with the ranger class completely pumped all the way up. You would think that they'd have what they need. I could really hurt them here too if I wanted to. Because I could sack the predator, killing the eye twitch, going to the sideboard, grabbing containment breach, and just blowing up their ranger class. Which I probably should have, but I'm afraid that they're going to get a creature down the following turn with a blizzard brawl and kill my predator, so I have to be careful, you know what I'm saying? And I might regret that because look, they just got 2 creatures off the top. Yeah, I probably regret that. Shoot. Not what we needed to see there. Not what we wanted to see there. But I mean, the beatdown can continue, that's for sure. We can keep growing. They have something at instant speed here, which is kind of nerve-wracking. The Seiju who endures. Okay, well, that's going to allow us to get a land at least, which does put us in the range now, finally, of casting our big stuff. And they're down to 8. I mean, 5, 6. We could potentially do 7 damage in the air next turn. We're still at 20, so if we can figure out how to get another 1/1 counter on something, I don't know how we could do that. I don't think our deck provides that sort of situation, but here we go. Gonna take some damage here. They know they can't block the flyer, so they might as well attack, right? See if they get more cards off the top of their deck. That would be a real whoopsie on my part for not doing what I initially thought. All right, they blizzard brawl. I'm gonna do this now though, because they could have another blizzard brawl, and I need to make sure I secure that indestructibility. Secured my indestructibility for another blizzard brawl attack. I keep getting containment breach and then immediately getting a land to play what I need for my Titan of Industry to blow it up instead. All right, I think we win. We got them down to 2. They've got unlimited resources as far as mana goes, but they can't block a flyer at the moment. And we have a 7/7 trampler, so they better have some serious juice in their hand right now. There it is. There's the scoop. Mono green goes down in a blaze of glory. We are virtually unstoppable right now, and I love it. Oh man. Oh man, we're killing it. We're killing it. You love to see it. You love to see it. I think we're 1 away or maybe 2 away. I'm not sure from ranking up here. Got to get to Diamond Tier 2, ever closer to Mythic. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys ended up playing in that sealed play-in today. There was a lot of things going on today. It's Saturday for me here, so a lot of things happening in Magic around the world right now. They were playing the championships. They had there's a lot of tournaments going on, and there was also the playing qualifiers for the sealed, which is kind of cool. I was gonna do it myself, but didn't have time with all this recording going on. 2 stompers is really nice. Being able to just ramp up so casually, I love it. Definitely gonna get in there, gonna put some pressure on our opponent. They are ramping as well though. Tangled Florahedron is a ramp card. Got their own stomper as well. An Ascendancy. Yeah, I might as well play this now. The Ascendancy is no good here without creatures in the actual graveyard, so let's get another black source. It's probably the most important thing to our builds. All right, get in there over the top again. Just pinging them to death with the 1 I mean, look at our board already too. We're already juiced up, man, ready to go. Obviously sweeper would be devastating, but we are up against green and black and they're running creatures of their own and they're ramping, so I've got to imagine that's not the case in how their deck works. Stomper in the graveyard. That helps us later. That does help us later. Okay, they kill the eye twitch. That's good. That gives us the final land we're looking for if we want to go get the environmental sciences. Yeah, I probably want to do that. Nice, we get a Junji. I think we're gonna do this though, and then grab a land, which activates the Stomper, and then we can play Junji. Seems good to me. Yeah, send the whole team. They can't block with their Stomper, so get them in there. Get them in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're about to get their 7th land for their Stomper, so they're just 1 turn behind. Jewel Thief creates a treasure. Vigilance and Trample. Ascendancy is going to help a lot here. In case something dies, we do get a Stomper back or an Eye Twitch, which is super helpful. But there's not much in the way of blocking here in front of us, so we can send this pretty comfortably. Sending it pretty comfortably, except for the Shambling Gas, because it dies to the Thief, obviously, so they absorb some of the damage. I don't blame them. And now if we can just draw 1 sacrifice spell, like, I mean, obviously Vivian would be the best spell, but if we draw Vivian and sack the Junji, make them discard 2 or something like that, that could be pretty sweet. Oh, they got a Titan in the yard? We can actually steal their Titan. That'd be crazy. Ah, they exile Junji. Fair enough. Fair enough. I could just block that, getting back another Eye Twitch. And then it opens up their Tibalt for removal. Oh no, I can't. What am I doing? I didn't sacrifice it. What am I saying? What am I saying? All right, Tibalt's gone though. We're in trouble. We need to find some land. We need to find some land. I don't know why my brain for like 1 second thought that if my creatures died, I get another card back from the graveyard, but it's when I sacrifice. And it's a Toxtril. Unbelievable. Oh, Toxtril is going to destroy my Shambling Gas and Eye Twitch. But the good news is I get to go to the sideboard here and find, hopefully, something decent, man. Guess basic conjuration would be the best play here. I need a, wow, Toxtril's no joke. I think I need to find, I need to find the Predator if I'm being honest. All right, we're gonna go the Titan first into the Predator, because then the Predator can start sacking stuff, getting us back more value in case something happens, and it can continuously grow, which is nice. The Titan also gets around Toxtrils for a little while. 1 card in hand. Yeah, I think this is the play, and then we'll play the Predator next. Damn, that Toxtril is going to suck. It is going to suck. Might as well gain some life now while we can, because it's gonna be important later. At least this way too, they can't attack into us, and we can kind of attack into them still. Kind of, not really. Man, we ran into a boss Jund deck here, a little bit more of a bigger build, a heftier build into some bigger creatures. There's the Junji. If they attack with Toxtril, I'm definitely double blocking. That would be phenomenal. But they get a fight rigging into a Tibalt immediately. That is crazy. So they can actually cast the backside of the Tibalt even with the fight rigging. That doesn't seem right, but It is what it is. That's fine. All right, we got caught there. That's unfortunate. We never once found a Fatal Grudge or Vivian or anything to, you know, sacrifice our things with. So that's tough. That is going to conclude today's gameplay footage, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I really do appreciate you hanging out with me today. I really, really do. I hope you enjoyed the games and the deck, man. The deck was so much fun to play. We're going to break it down a little bit in full here. But before I do that, if you did make it this far into the video, I want you to know that it does help a lot here on YouTube with the algorithm. So thank you so much for that support. I really do appreciate that a lot. Now, let's talk about the deck. So as you guys noticed, halfway through the video, I think I mentioned it, but I did add one more Burning Rune Demon and a Titan of Industry because we did get tied up with just one apiece in one of the games. And Vivian wasn't able to sacrifice the Burning Rune Demon to get us a Titan because there was already one in our hand. So we did up the number of those in the deck, but we didn't get our Ascendancy and the Vivian down, I don't think, at one time. We might have, but we didn't get any value out of it. Not like we wanted to, not like we were going to plus gaining a creature in both the graveyard plus your deck. We didn't get that whole beautiful combo to come together during this video, so it's a little bit sad to say, but ultimately I think the deck played phenomenally. Not a whole lot I have to say about it as far as things I would change. Everything worked pretty well together. Obviously Fatal Grudge, you guys can make your own decisions here. We could take Fatal Grudge out. You can put Deadly Dispute in. It works just as good, if not maybe better in some cases, because you're getting more card advantage and you're creating more treasures, which could be very, very helpful here. Also, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, big fan. You guys are going to see this in a lot more of my decks lately. It took me a while to come around on this card, but it is pretty amazing. And I do want to up the amount in this deck because we also didn't get to use its reflection side as much. And it would have been really cool to get the reflection side of it going because we can cause it to sacrifice a creature. And when we do, it triggers the Ascendancy, which is pretty cool. The rest of the deck played really, really well. I mean, you can plug and play a lot of things into this deck to make it a lot more, you know, bent to your will and what you like to play. There's a lot of really big creatures you can play, like Toxrill. You can play Toxrill, you can play Morog. There's a lot of really cool creatures that you can throw into this deck to just get crazy good value from. So Toxrill obviously being the big slug creature, which is going to wipe out your opponent's field. You can go into green. I'm sure there's plenty of green. Oh no, Morog's a red. Morog's a really great one because you can bring that in and then you get double attack steps. There's just so much you could do with this deck. That's so much fun. I do believe that Titan is the best creature, obviously, but you also have things like Vorinclex that can come in and help out your Vivian. Ultimately, I'm not going to change too much of the deck. I think it's in a really good spot. I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to let you guys now let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the deck, what you guys would add, maybe some cards you would adjust to make it a little bit better. Or if you got a similar deck, let me know. But that's going to conclude today's video. 4 more later this week for you guys. Be on the lookout for it. They are all going to be JUND. All the thumbnails obviously going to look pretty similar, so don't forget to click on the daily videos. Also hit that bell for notifications so you know when we post a video so you don't miss out. And yeah, guys, before I get out of here, huge shout out to the Mardy Mob. Really appreciate the Mardy Mob for everything they do. This deck was inspired by a Mardy Mob member, you know, through the live stream. If you guys want to join the Discord, you can do that to give you know, some ideas on decks you want me to try to build. But ultimately, the Mardy Mob, man, they absolutely keep this show afloat. And I can't thank them enough for everything they do because their monthly memberships go a really long way here on the channel. It helps really fund and pay for this whole thing for me to actually shut down an entire weekend and record a ton of videos like this. I obviously can't do it without them. So thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And if you guys want to become a Mardy Mob member, you can join by hitting the join button next to the subscribe button, or there's a link in the description. But I really do appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.